Your brain wants to keep you feeling the way that you're feeling. So if you're feeling anxious, if anxiety is your dominant feeling, your brain is going to scan your environment to look for things that help you to stay anxious. It's almost like a giant algorithm. Like how we feel is our algorithm, right? I say too that our dominant feeling is our relationship with God. Our dominant feeling is our relationship with God. If we are feeling anxious, and if anxiety is our dominant feeling, then that we are valuing anxiety. This obviously is not a conscious thing, but we can make it conscious. We can be conscious of it, but it's not like we want to be valuing anxiety. But if we really look at it, if we're feeling super anxious, there's where our values lie, right? So we want to, obviously, we don't want to value anxiety. We want to value peace. We want to value love. We want to value connection and expansion. But this world pulls us into anxiety, right? So it's very easy to get drawn into it. We're living in a time of a lot of upheaval, a lot of transitions. And so it's very easy to get pulled into the anxiety of the world. There's a lot of things that are begging for our attention, right? That are trying to get our sensitivity. So what we want to do is go into the world from a peaceful place. So for this reason, I'm making a playlist of, this is kind of in a continuation of my last video that I did about Course in Miracles lessons that help us with anxiety. I've decided to do a playlist of the Course in Miracles lessons that directly help with anxiety. I mean, embodying any of the Course in Miracles lessons will help with anxiety, but these are the ones that specifically, it's a playlist that you can go to when you want to be reminded, when you need to be reminded not to value fear. Okay, when you want to be reminded who you are and that you don't want to value anxiety or fear. Almost think of this as getting up in the morning and setting our algorithm towards peace. We get to set our algorithm. We're not the victim. Somebody else isn't setting our algorithm for us. We're setting it. So we're going to get up in the morning and set our algorithm to see peace, to see love, to see expansion, to see that the universe supports us, to see that life is good. Okay, so let's start. The first lesson is lesson 34. And I have another video about this lesson, but I wanted to do it again because I kind of wanted to do all 30-something lessons for this playlist. So let's do it again, just from a place. I did this earlier this year, so I'm in a different place right now. We'll see how this goes. Okay, so lesson 34 is, I could see peace instead of this. So let's go ahead and read it. Remember, this is something that you can listen to in the morning. Hopefully any of these videos from this playlist, you can listen to in the morning and help set your algorithm for the day for peace. Remember, your dominant feeling is your relationship with God. Think of it as your dominant feeling as your relationship with God. It doesn't mean that we don't feel fear or we don't feel all the human emotions, but we want to set our dominant feeling, right? Okay. So I could see peace instead of this. This is one of my favorite lessons. And actually, you can see Prudence is back there feeling very peaceful. Okay, I could see peace instead of this. The idea for today begins to describe the conditions that prevail in the other way of seeing. This is lesson, here we go again. I have to interrupt it, but this is lesson 34. I mean, this is the very beginning of the year lesson, okay? So I think that's interesting. So they're saying this is first introducing another way of seeing. So the whole lessons are helping us. Remember, they're helping us to see the world from a place of love instead of a place of fear. According to A Course in Miracles, this world is based on fear. We want to change how we see the world, and we want to see the world with love. Okay. I could see peace instead of this. The idea for today begins to describe the conditions that prevail in the other way of seeing. Peace of mind is clearly an internal matter. It must begin with your own thoughts and then extend outward. It is from your peace of mind that a peaceful perception of the world arises. Isn't this perfect for our first lesson? This is why we couldn't have skipped this one. I mean, it's perfect. It is from your peace of mind that a peaceful perception of the world arises. Remember this. You are setting your algorithm. 3 longer practice periods are required for today's exercises. 1 in the morning and 1 in the evening are advised, with an additional 1 to be undertaken at any time in between that seems most conducive to readiness. Don't get worked up in that part, okay? All applications should be done with your eyes closed. It is your inner world to which the applications of today's idea should be made. It's your inner world to which the applications of today's idea should be made. We're not even considering the outer world. We are directing today's idea towards the inner world. Some 5 minutes of mind searching are required for each of the longer practice periods. Search your mind for fear thoughts, anxiety-provoking situations, offending personalities or events, or anything else about which you are harboring unloving thoughts. Let it come to you. What are you harboring unloving thoughts about? What are you feeling fearful about? What's an anxiety provoking situation? Ooh, I just got another idea. We're going to do this too. Okay. So note them all casually, repeating the idea for today slowly as you watch them arise in your mind, and let each one go to be replaced by the next. So you note the situation. What is the situation that's making me anxious? You casually note it. And then you say, I could see peace instead of this. I could see peace instead of this. I would say don't even search your mind for every offending situation. Just come up with a couple. Come up with a couple, two or three things that are making you feel anxious, are making you feel fearful. I can see peace instead of this, and then let them go. It's as easy as that. They are nothing. If you begin to experience difficulty in thinking of specific subjects, continue to repeat the idea to yourself in an unhurried manner without applying it to anything in particular. Be sure, however, not to make any specific exclusions. We don't want to exclude anything. The shorter applications are to be frequent and made whenever you feel your peace of mind is threatened in any way. The purpose is to protect yourself from temptation throughout the day. If a specific form of temptation arises in your awareness, the exercise should take this form. I could see peace in this situation instead of what I now see in it. I almost think too, it's good to catch things at the beginning. So anytime you're slightly disturbed, anytime your peace of mind is slightly disturbed, I could see peace instead of this. This is a good time. Those are good times to use this lesson, because it's like when you're too far gone, when you're too far caught up in it, it's harder, right? So it's actually better to use this in little ways at first. You're training yourself, you're training your mind, you're flexing your attitudinal muscles, right? If the inroads on your peace of mind take the form of more generalized adverse emotions such as depression, anxiety, or worry, use the idea in its original form. If you find you need more than one application of today's idea to help you change your mind in any specific context, try to take several minutes and devote them to repeating the idea until you feel some sense of relief. It will help you if you tell yourself specifically, I can replace my feelings of depression, anxiety, or worry, or my thoughts about the situation, personality, or event with peace. I could see peace instead of this. Now, the other day I don't know if it was this lesson or if it was another lesson, but I was looking at it and I kind of automatically started doing EFT with it. And I don't know if there's anybody out there that's doing this, but let's try it. I think this is a great lesson to do it. So EFT is tapping, and so you're tapping on pressure points. You're tapping on certain points in your body that help to activate your parasympathetic nervous system. So let's just try it with this lesson. So you can follow me if you don't know the tapping points. Just follow me and kind of you can't really do this wrong. Just tap where it looks like I'm tapping. So I'll be tapping on the side of my hand. I'll be tapping on my head. So just kind of follow along with me. If you know if you've done EFT and you know the tapping points, you don't have to follow along with me. Okay, so we're going to kind of just do this my way. Okay, A Course in Miracles with EFT. Let's try it. Okay, so the whole purpose of EFT is that we are processing the anxiety or whatever the feeling is, right? So we're going to start with tapping on the side of our hand, and we're going to say, even though I feel anxious, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I feel anxious, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. So the first point is to acknowledge how you're feeling, right? Even though I feel anxious, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. And then we're going to go through the tapping points, and we're just going to say the Course in Miracles lesson. You can do this in your own way. Okay. So like however you feel to do it, there's, if you know how to do tapping, you kind of, this is a very personal thing. The things that you're saying as you're tapping, you're kind of just saying what comes to your head and how it's moving through your body. But for the purpose of this, we're just going to kind of process the lesson. We're going to try to embody the lesson as we tap. So, okay, we did this. Even though I feel anxious, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. And then I could see peace instead of this. So we tap the top of our head. I can see peace instead of this. I can see peace instead of this. Okay, inner eyebrow. I can see peace instead of this. I can see peace instead of this. I could see peace instead of this. Outer eye. I could see peace instead of this. I could see peace instead of this. I could see peace instead of this. Under eye. I could see peace instead of this. 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 I can 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 see peace instead of this. Okay, collarbone. Ooh, that's my microphone over here. So you find the round part of your neck, go down 2 inches and over 2 inches. I could see peace instead of this. I could see peace instead of this. I can see peace instead of this. I can see peace instead of this. And then we go to the bra line. I can see peace instead of this. 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 And then you can continue. A top of head. I could see peace instead of this. Let's do one more time. We'll do one. Just say it once. I can see peace instead of this. Inner eyebrow. I could see peace instead of this. Outer eyebrow or outer eye. I could see peace instead of this. Under the nose. I can see peace instead of this. Under the mouth. I can see peace instead of this. Collarbone. I can see peace instead of this. Underarm. I can see peace instead of this. To just kind of like help, I feel like it helps kind of complete it, embody it. You know, I can see peace instead of this. And I think as we're tapping and we're saying those words, it helps us to really feel it. So I hope this was helpful today. I feel a lot more peaceful. I feel a lot more settled. Kind of settles down the energy. We're setting our algorithm today to see peace. I hope you see peace today. My name is Elizabeth Cermak. I am a psychotherapist and coach here to talk about bringing the vertical into this world. And like I said, this series is about A Course in Miracles lessons that help us see peace. Okay, go ahead and subscribe if you want more videos like this. I'll talk to you soon.